Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. My wife requested me to make, she said she wants to eat this dish called 红烧狮子头. Direct translation it actually means 狮子头 meaning meatball. 红烧 is braised, so it's braised meatball. Since it is boiled, it is braised, it's a braised dish, so the 狮子头, the meatball that Appa is going to make today will be slightly bigger than what I used to do. Okay, and I'm going to use Napa cabbage here for the broth, together with some chicken stock. And I have about 250 grams of meat here. This is a mixture between about 70% lean meat and about 30% pork belly. Okay, so it's a mix between lean and fat. Then we can to flavor the meatball itself, we have some chopped garlic, some chopped red onion, small red onion, and some chopped ginger, and a bit of red carrot also chopped. Okay, so let's marinate our meat first. Put it into a bigger bowl like this and put in all these fresh herbs. Not forgetting the carrot. These two we can put it at the side, and we can do some flavoring. A bit of light soy sauce, some oyster sauce, you know, Chinese cooking at home is always a bit of this, a dash of that. So sometimes many of you ask me the exact measurement of the ingredient. Sometimes it's very difficult for me to answer. Then we have some salt, few dash of white pepper, not forgetting our Chinese rice wine. I'm using Shaoxing wine. Okay. And I'm going to add an egg. Let me adjust the angle for you. Okay, you need something to add the stickiness to the meat itself, so that it can form as a meatball. So for that, I'll be using some egg. Don't pour in the whole egg here. First, slowly pour it in, because you don't want your meat paste to be too watery. If it's too watery, it won't stay in shapes. Okay, after putting the egg, then we put about 1 to 2 tablespoons of corn flour. Then you can start mixing everything together. I don't mind adding a bit of sesame oil also. Try to use Korean or Japanese sesame oil. It is really, they do taste better. Okay, give me a minute, we will come back shortly. Okay, so you will do this, mix them nicely, and by stirring them in one direction like this, you will actually you will feel some traction. Okay, the moment you start feeling that traction, this traction is you have successfully bring out the gelatinous from the meat itself, which is going to create the stickiness you want. Yeah, as you can see from here, it is very sticky. So you want a meat paste like this. After which we are going to cover this with a cling wrap and leave it, let it marinate for at least 2 to 3 hours. Of course, today I don't have time for 2 to 3 hours, which I'm going to use it directly. But for you all, please marinate this and let it marinate in the fridge for at least 2 to 3 hours. It will taste a lot different if you let it marinate. Okay. So after marination, you want to you can take it out from the fridge and use a spoon to help you to make the meat paste into meatball. Okay, usually I will just take about 1 spoonful like this for my normal meatball, but this one, because I'm going to braise it later, I will still fry it first, then I'm going to braise it. So I don't mind making it larger, almost like 2 times larger. Okay, so make sure you wash your hand. So, okay, use a spoon to help you to make it into a large ping pong ball like this. Not sure if you can see it. Okay. The spoon will actually assist you to make the measurement. Try to make all your size about the same, so that the cooking process will be same as well. If some of your meatball are smaller, some of it is bigger, then the cooking time may be different. If you worry the meatball or meat paste will be too sticky for you, you can actually put some water or rice wine on your palm before you do this. Then the meatball will not stick. Okay, so I will continue to finish up the meatball. Okay, as you can see from here, this is twice larger than the normal meatball I'm making. Why I don't mind it to be larger? Because I don't have to fry it until cooked. I will just fry it until it stays shaped and crispifies the surface. After which, then we can actually braise it. Okay. Okay, I prepared some oil beside. You can also use air fry. Since we don't have to make sure it is fully cooked, you don't have to fry it until fully cooked, because we will braise it later. And I'm using a medium-high heat. Yeah, medium-high heat here, meaning you don't really see any smoke coming out. If you see any smoke coming out, you should actually lower the heat a bit. So let's fry our meatball. The main purpose is not to make it fully cooked, but to make it stay in shape. Okay, I'm using medium-high heat here. This frying process will probably take about 5 to 10 minutes. Don't keep on moving them or right now. Let it stay for a while. After probably a minute or two, then only we will turn. Okay, we will come back shortly. This is after about a minute plus. Oops, careful. And slowly turn the earlier ones around. I will lower down my heat a little bit. I will actually use lesser heat if I don't braise it later, because I will let it slowly cook. But now we don't worry. It's okay if inside is still not cooked yet. I just want to make the shape permanent and give it some golden color, brownish color. To be very frank, I think my oil is a little bit too hot just now when I put in. So adjust your heat a little bit, yeah? So I'm going to let it fry for another maybe 2-3 minutes. Then I'm going to remove it from the pot. Okay, this is after another 3 minutes. Some are actually darker than the others because the heat of the oil is a little bit too high just now. My bad. Try to use medium heat for the start. Okay, so for the ones which is already taken shape, I'm going to take it out, but it's not burned, don't worry. This round it becomes darker than usual because I added a little bit more light soya sauce. So if you don't want your meatball to be too brownish, then don't add so much light soya sauce. Just slowly take them out and move it onto a plate besides with oil absorbing paper. Then we are going to braise the meatball. Okay, the last step will be very fast, probably about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to use a cast iron pot. You can use any pot you have at home. And I'm going to heat up my chicken stock. It is definitely not enough, so I'm going to add some hot water as well. So after adding the hot water, you can just bring it to a boil. We will come back when it is boiling. Okay, the broth is boiling right now. Well, whenever people tells you that they want to braise something, when Chinese say braise, we actually means it's going to be, the main seasoning will be light soya sauce. Okay, so I'm going to give it a few rounds of light soya sauce here, and we can do a bit of seasoning right now to this. And don't forget, it's already seasoned by itself because it has chicken stock. Give it a little bit of salt. Just a little bit of sugar. And we can actually start putting in a veggie, the napa cabbage. This dish is almost like a one pot dish. Appa always like to do one pot dishes. So easy. You can one pot, you can have some soup, you can have some veggie, you can have some meat. Yeah, just nice. Probably a bit too much. Anyway, the veggie is going to shrink later. So after that, I'm going to add in, put this one in. We want the nature sweetness coming out from the Napa cabbage itself. Napa cabbage is one of Appa's favorite veggie. Yeah. What about you? Tell Appa what's your favorite veggie in the comment below. Okay. Then we can actually put in the meatball, which is the 狮子头. Actually, some 狮子头 in China is 3 times the size of what I'm doing right now. Okay. So I'm going to close this with a lid and let it cook for about, let me say about 10 minutes will do. Then it is done. That's how simple it is. Okay, my stew has been simmering for the past 10 minutes. I actually turned down the heat already because it tends to be a bit overflow. The meat is 100% ready. Okay. And I can actually... the beauty of using a cast iron pot, a nice cast iron pot, is I can actually serve the whole dish like this. I don't have to use another plate. Okay, if you use a normal bowl or normal pot, then you can actually put it onto another plate here and serve. Yeah. So there you go. It's basically done. Sometimes the 红烧狮子头, the braised meatball outside, you will see them starching the dish. If you follow Appa for some time, you will know Appa doesn't really like to starch my soup too much. Okay, I don't like those very thick gravy kind of thing or gooey. Okay, so I did not starch, but you can starch the dish you want. Yeah, as you like. It doesn't matter, up to you. Okay, it's basically done. I'm going to serve just like this, and I'm just going to give it a final few dash of white pepper. Alright. So here's my 红烧狮子头. This is Appa's version. I hope you like my video. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Leave a comment below if you want Appa to do certain recipe for you. But before you ask, do go and check out Appa's existing video, because Appa already has over 440 cooking ideas videos on my Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Alright, thank you very much. Enjoy your dinner with your family. I hope my wife will like this. Thank you very much. Bye bye.